Deadly Nightshade.
A story that unfolds like the petals of a deadly flower.
Major Gregory Keene continues his story on an aircraft from Singapore.
"9,000 feet up, 1 hour out from Sydney. Only I'm not traveling as Gregory Keene. I'm Richard Mark Hayden, heading for Australia to find out what became of a man called Bruno Kesselring." The plane drones on through the night. Senor Torres, my garrulous companion from Macao, is talking again. Most of the other passengers are asleep. There's no sign of danger. Yet.
We still have less than an hour to go, Mr. Hayden.
Yes, 40 minutes.
You are being met?
No.
Doubtless you know Sydney well.
I've never been there before in my life.
A stimulating city, Mr. Hayden. An awakening city. A city becoming aware that it is a great metropolis, no longer a colonial town.
Really?
A city where much can take place. Where one may go rich. Where one may vanish. A city glowing with its own vitality and strength.
Well, at the moment, Torres, I'd say it was glowing with its own electricity. There are lights appearing on the horizon.
So presently our acquaintance will come to an end. I have enjoyed your company. We have been fellow travelers up here in the darkness of the night. Who knows if we will ever meet again?
Yes. Who knows? 2 men who came after Bruno Kesselring before me were killed. One in Rome, one in Singapore. Only Evelyn Channel, a dancer from the Poinsettia Club who's waiting for me in Sydney, knows who I am. Only she can tell me how to get in touch with Felix Huberman, the security man I'm to work with. And what else do I know about this affair at all? Nothing. I'm in darkness blacker than the night outside. I only know that Senor Manuel Torres, the man sitting beside me in this plane, sent a message. Why did he send it from the plane? Why not from Singapore before we left? Why didn't he wait till we landed at Darwin? I should like to have seen that message. I should like to know who received it. And where.
Maxime in Rome was easy. The one in Singapore presented no great difficulty. But Felix, what about this third one? Gregory George Athelston Keene.
Traveling as Hayden, he'll feel safe.
Without Torres, we'd never have known Keene was Richard Hayden.
You won't get out of Torres' sights, Carlotta.
The plane lands in a few minutes, if it's on time.
It's on time. Relax.
I can't relax. Keene simply mustn't get to the girl.
Listen, Torres will stay with him through the customs. If he's being met, Stephen and Guzik will follow him. If not, they'll handle it there and then.
They'll take their line from Torres?
Of course.
We should never have made the original mistake with Kesselring.
In half an hour, Keene will be out of our way. Guzik has the cab waiting at Rose Bay now. And all 3 of them, Torres, Guzik, and Stephen, know their work.
Well, they should. We've been giving them enough practice.
Well, have another drink or something. Stop walking up and down.
If Keene gets to the girl, and then gets to you through her, to you, Felix, do you realize what could happen to all of us?
Of course I realize. What do you take me for? What was the Nightshade ring built with? My planning, my knowledge, my intelligence.
And my will. Never forget that.
Then why suddenly take me for a fool? Do you think I've lost my wits?
Don't bare your teeth at me, Felix. I don't like it. I take it from no one, not even you. You don't always have to be my lover.
Carlotta, we have to pull ourselves together. Now, this fellow Keene, he's no more dangerous than the
He's
others.
20 times more dangerous. He has to be got rid of at once. Only the girl is supposed to know who he is. If he gets to you, they'll know either you or the girl betrayed him, and they'll start watching you.
Would that be so disastrous?
Felix, darling, under a cloud. What use would you be to me then?
I could go underground. I could still be your lover.
No. My lovers must have two virtues above all others. They must be above suspicion, and they must be useful. Let me see you use that vaunted intelligence of yours, darling.
What do you want me to do?
Suppose Stephen and Guzik fail. Keene will go straight to the girl.
Well,
Be near the girl, waiting for him.
you want me to attend to it myself?
I'd hate you to become a liability to me. You'd better take my car and pick up 2 more of the men.
All right, I'll be at the Poinsettia Club in 20 minutes.
Waiting for Gregory Keene.
Look, if Keene gets past the others, and it becomes up to me, the girl will have to go too.
Would you mind, Felix?
Nothing escapes you.
And nothing like Evelyn Channel escapes me. She's almost as beautiful as I am, but younger. So when you're near her at the Poinsettia Club tonight, when you follow her afterwards to intercept Keene, don't get too near. I shouldn't like that either.
Shut that door, Evelyn.
It's hot.
Oh, shut it. Beethoven, Bartok, and Bach I'm addicted to. Boogie-woogie I consider an abomination of the Lord.
Is that what you've come here to tell me?
What was hot just now? This dressing room or the music from downstairs?
Both.
Then why do I feel a chill? What's the matter, Evelyn?
I hear things. Who's Carlotta Magnani?
A casual acquaintance.
That's not what I hear. I hear she's the widow of an Italian diplomat who came here soon after the war. I hear she gets an enormous income, no one knows from where. I hear she has a show place over on the North Shore, and I hear that Felix Huberman can call at any time.
The fan dancers at the Poinsettia Club are hearing too much these days.
I'm no more a fan dancer than you are. I work for the same people as you do, only my instructions come from MI5 in London and yours come from Canberra.
But if you'll stop talking rot about Carlotta Magnani, I'll tell you why I'm here.
Is it rot, Felix?
You know my job. You're one of the few people who do. Right now, Carlotta's part of it.
Something I should know about?
No. Listen, Evelyn. This fellow coming out from England after Bruno Kesselring.
Well, what about him?
Isn't it about time he arrived?
I've told you before, my instructions were explicit.
But you surely know when he's arriving.
I don't know when he arrives or what he looks like. I only know that Milo Fentress in London took those precautions after Maxim was killed in Rome and Boys in Singapore. Because they were looking for Bruno Kesselring.
Yes, but you know who this chap is.
Yes?
Why the devil can't you tell me?
I must tell no one, Fentress laid it down, no one.
But I can't understand it. This fellow comes out by plane.
How do you know he's coming out by plane?
Oh, well, presumably. I mean, everyone travels by air these days.
You've been more than commonly interested in him, Felix. Why?
Why not?
You know how our job works. They tell you to keep your mouth closed and you keep it closed. Yet time and time again you've tried to get me to tell you his name and the name he's travelling under. Why?
Because I'm pretty high up in Commonwealth security and I ought to know.
It's not when I'm to tell no one. Why, Felix?
Because, well, if you must know, it's so darned untidy. We could be saddled with an imposter.
Oh, not with this man we couldn't. This fellow's really good. Whoever got at Maxim and Boys isn't going to get at this fellow so easily.
Well, I'd be happier about that when he shows up in one piece, if he ever does.
He will. And he'll find what became of Bruno Kesselring, too.
You're on in 5 minutes, Evelyn.
Be right with you.
I'll wait here for you.
What for?
You're quite right. This room is hot, and I loathe hot music. What would I be waiting for but you, Evelyn?
As soon as I'm free, you can take me home then. I love you, Felix.
But I'm not waiting here for you, baby. I'm waiting for Major Gregory Keene. So are Stephen and Guzik at Rose Bay. So are 2 more down in the street. You're never going to know what he looked like. You'll have to ask my notorious sometime.
Will all passengers departing on Flight 60 who have not yet completed their customs formalities please attend to them without delay? Will all passengers on Flight 60 who have not yet...
Stephen, watching close. He's coming Torres with another fellow. Watching for a signal from Torres we are.
So at last, Mr. Hayden, it is time to say goodbye.
Yes, so it would seem.
I will be taking a cab. Can I offer you a lift to your hotel?
Well, that's very decent of you, Torres, but no thanks.
Then good luck and a happy visit to Australia. My hand.
Goodbye, Torres.
Goodbye, Mr. Hayden. Goodbye. Never have I had a more pleasant companion. What a pity we will not meet again.
There it is, Stephen. The man Torres shakes hands with. Get out to the cab waiting you are. Mr. Hayden is taking your cab. I'm seeing to that.
Still no sign of danger. Nothing about Torres, nothing suspicious. No one waiting. All I have to do is get in a cab and say Poinsettia Club and find a girl there called Evelyn Channel. Then go from her to Felix Superman. Here's a cab. Empty? Yes. And someone behind me.
Wanting a cab, mister?
Who are you?
Fella with transportation? Fella with transportation for free? Fella with a looker in your back, mister. Get in.
Maxim in Rome, Rupert Boyes in Singapore. Now me, 5 minutes after arriving in Sydney. At this minute, I'm a long way from Evelyn Channel. I'm a long way from Felix Huberman. And I don't even know what I'm up against.
The mesh draws tighter about Gregory Keene in the next suspenseful chapters of Deadly Nightshade.